conference will now be recorded.
Okay, guys, I wanted you people to open this file. So yesterday we were discussing about the introduction to Tableau. Then we understood the concept about what is Excel is and the screen interface. And in this we went through this font group and the conditional formatting. So any doubts related to it? If you have any doubts related to the font group and to conditional formatting, please let me know. I will just explain it. If everything is clear, we will start with Excel refresher. Type in 1 if everything is clear. So font group and conditional formatting. Okay, so let's start with the So first, we are not going to go in depth with Excel. The required concepts which we will be using in Tableau, those things only we are going to cover. Okay, so in that we will understand few concepts related to the functions and formulas, how it will be done, and how to work with the pivot table. And then we will understand what is Power Query is, Power Pivot is, and then we will start working with our Tableau. Okay, so these are the basic concepts which you should be aware of before we work on Tableau. Okay. So here I am not going in depth of Excel. So basically starting with the text functions. So text functions means here I am talking about the function which works moreover with text related data. Okay. So here under text functions we have different types of functions like left function, right, mid, length function, proper, repeat, lower, upper, concatenate, and concatenate using ampersand. So this particular things you can work along with me. So once I try it out and show, I'll show you the formulas. Then I will give you some time. So the ones who are trying it out, you can try it out then. Okay. So I will give some time for you to try and then I will continue further. So here all those text related functions, I'll be trying it out on devices and then we will try it out with this data. Okay. So now left function. So left function means when I look at this word devices, so this is my left alignment and this side is my right alignment. Okay. So left alignment and right alignment. So now let me say left. So left, so I am going to type in. So as I type in left, Excel is going to tell me what does this particular functions performs with. I open the parenthesis and the first argument. So this is opening and closing parenthesis. Okay, opening and closing bracket, what we have in Excel, it is called as opening and closing parenthesis. And in this we have the arguments. Okay, so arguments and then after the argument I have to put a comma and then continue with the next argument. So here the first argument is which text you wanted to apply this left function with. So let me select the text. I am working on the cell address. So I am telling in E column, fifth row. So you can see the moving lines. So this is the cell on which I wanted to apply this text function, comma. From the left side, I wanted to pick out 3 characters. Okay. So number of characters, I wanted 3. I'll mention 3, close the parenthesis and enter. So from the left side, Excel is going to extract 3 characters from left. Now let me say right, select the text. So from the right side, I wanted to pick out 5 characters. So starting from V, I, C, E, S. This 5 characters I wanted to extract. So let me mention the number of characters, close the parenthesis and enter. So now from the right hand side, Excel has extracted so 5 characters. Then we have mid function. Mid. So on which particular text I need to apply? So first I need to select the word, comma, start from. So let me say I wanted to pick out the 3 letters I, C, E. Okay. So the start num. So I is the fourth character in this particular word. So start num, let me say 4, comma, I wanted to pick out 3 characters from there. I, C, E. So starting from fourth character, pick out 3 characters and close the parenthesis. I get this ice. So here, this is the function what I have written. Okay. Then len function I have equals len. I will select the word. So in this particular cell, there is a word. So I wanted to know how many number of character that particular word contains with. So there are 7 character in this word. So as I press enter, so Excel is going to tell me how many number of characters are there. There are 7 characters. Okay. Then proper. So here you can see in the cell E5, the data, the word what I have, everything is in smaller case, lower case. I wanted it in proper case. That means the
I
first
can't see
letter
your
will be,
screen, ma'am.
you're not able to see the screen?
Yes,
One
ma'am.
second, ma. Now are you able to see the screen?
No, ma'am, I'll rejoin.
Are you able to see the screen now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now proper means you can see in this particular cell. So the word is in lower case, everything. So proper case means the first letter will be capitalized. I'll press enter. Now you can see the first letter is capitalized. Now then we have repeat, REPT. So REPT is the function. Let me select the word which I wanted to repeat, comma, I wanted to repeat it 3 times. So number of times I'll mention 3 and I'll press enter. So 3 times. So the word is repeated. Okay. So now here NICT you can see it is in capitals. Now I wanted to change it to lowercase. So let me say lower. So whichever word it is in capitals, so it is going to convert it into lowercase. So I'll just select the word, close the parenthesis, enter. So like this. Now uppercase if I wanted, let me say upper and select the word. Close the parenthesis, enter. So whatever the word is in small letters or in the lower case, it will be converted to uppercase. Okay. So these are some of the text functions. I'll show you the formula. So the ones who are trying, you people can try with this. If any doubts, please let me know. Anything you are not understanding, please tell in case of any doubts. Guys, 1 second. I'll let you. Okay. Guys, are you able to see the screen? If there is any issue, if you are not able to see the screen, please tell.
No, ma'am, we are not able to see the screen.
What to say? In case of any doubts, please tell.
No doubts, ma'am.
Okay, if it is done, can we move further?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next, if you see, we have concatenate. So concatenate means when I wanted to combine the text string. Say here we have NICT in one cell, computer in one cell, and education in one cell. I wanted to put all these three different cell text string into one text string. So then I'll put equals concatenate, select the first word, comma, second word, comma, third word. Okay, I'll close the parenthesis, enter. So I'm getting the output, but it is in one single stretch. So there is no space or anything. Now I wanted the space between NICT computer education. So let me say concatenate, select the first word, comma, open the double quotes, show the space in double quotes. Why? Because in Excel, space is also considered to be a text. So comma, select the second word, open the double quotes, space, close the double quotes, comma, third word, and close the parenthesis. Okay. So now you can see NICT computer education, it is appearing with space. Now, if I don't want to use this concatenate function, rather I wanted to use ampersand. So ampersand function we are going to use even in Tableau as well. So without using this concatenate function, when I wanted to combine the text string, so I'm going to use equals NICT ampersand computer ampersand and education. Enter. So I get combined with the text string, but again without space. Now if I wanted to show something, so if I wanted to show with space, select the word ampersand, open the double quotes, show the space inside the double quotes, again ampersand, second word ampersand, show the space in the double quotes, ampersand, and the third word. Enter. So now I will get it along with the space. Okay, so like this I can combine the text string using the concatenate function or using the ampersand also. So now here I have given with the date. I wanted to know which day it belongs to. So let me say equals text, open the parenthesis, select the cell, comma, I wanted to equals text, select the cell, I wanted to know the day. I will mention it 4 times. So when I mention D 4 times, Excel will understand that the user wanted to know the day. Enter. So the day is Thursday. Okay. Then we have replace function. So replace function, see here I have given replace function. So replace the value mangoes with ice cream. So let me try it out. So equals replace. So select the word.
And your screen is stuck.
Screen is stuck.
Yes, ma'am.
1 second, ma. Now, ma, you are able to see the screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now replace, select the word, comma, start num. Say I wanted to replace mangoes with ice cream. So starting from mangoes is commencing as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So including the space. So mangoes is commencing as the eighth character. So let me mention 8. And there are 7 characters in mango. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So starting from the 8th character, pick out 7 characters and replace it with ice cream. Close the double quotes, close the bracket, enter. So I can see I love ice cream. In the same ways, if I wanted to change it like I love mangoes to I hate mangoes. So let me say replace, select the sentence where I wanted to apply this replace function, comma, start now. So love is starting as a third character. 1, 2, 3. So starting from the third character, pick out 4 characters and replace it with hate. So now I love mangoes will become I hate mangoes. So I'll show you the formula. People can try.
Ma'am, your screen is still stuck.
Again, one second. Okay, girls, are you able to see the screen now?
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, I think there must be some network issue or something. Extremely sorry about it. So try it out from the concatenate function. So to combine the text string, I'll be using the concatenate function, and without concatenate function, I can use the ampersand. And then I wanted to check with the date, which day it is. So I have used the text function. Guys, any doubts, please tell. If you did not understand any of the function or something.
Ma'am, can you please explain the replace function again?
Yes, ma'am. So replace function means, so when I wanted to replace the particular text, okay, so here I have I love mangoes. So now I wanted to replace it with any other value. So say I wanted to replace it with I love chocolates. So let me say equals replace, select the word.
Ma'am, your screen cannot be
What?
seen.
Yes, yes, no. One second. Now you are able to see, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
So equals replace, select the old text. Okay, so here is my sentence, comma. So start now. Say I wanted to replace I love mangoes to I love chocolates. So starting from the eighth character, as I told, so there are 7 more characters before mangoes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mangoes is commencing as the eighth character. Starting from the eighth character, so mangoes contain 7 characters. So starting from eighth character, pick out 7 characters and replace it with chocolate. And close the parenthesis, enter. So here it will get replaced with I love mangoes to I love chocolates. Clear, ma?
Ma'am, thank you.
Done, girls? Girls, done?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So let's move to the next one, aggregate functions. So aggregate functions means here I have included some of the mathematical function and aggregate functions, everything I have put together. So now here I wanted to make the sum. Okay, so I have given the subjects and then I wanted to see the total. So for this, there are ways how I can apply the sum function. First thing is I can take in the values directly. 75 75 plus 86 plus 98 plus 77 plus 68 plus 78. Enter. I'm getting the value. So directly I can give the numbers or I can even give the cell address. So plus I'm going to select all the cell values and then press enter. I'm still getting the output. Now if I wanted to use, like let me say there is a function called sum in order to make the total. Okay, so I'll write sum and I will select the range. Select the range. I'm telling starting from B8 to B13 I wanted to calculate. So like this also I can apply, or the same sum function I can take some of the values in range and some values I can take it directly as well. And close the bracket, enter. Or I can use a shortcut key alt equal. When I press alt equal, you can see Excel is going to apply the sum function by default by selecting the range, and when I press enter, I get the total. Okay, so here I have used alt equal. So this is a shortcut key what I have used in order to calculate this value. So you can try with this sum calculation. So these are ways how you can apply with the sum function. That is, when I wanted to make the total, Any doubts, please tell. Done, girls?
Yes, ma'am.
So let's move to the next one. And I wanted to check the maximum, minimum I wanted to check. Okay. So here I'm going to tell equals max and select the range. So in this, which is the highest value, Excel is going to tell me that. Okay. So this is max function, and min function. So when I wanted to check the least value, equals min, select the range. So in this, which is the least value, the min function is going to tell me. So this is min function. And then we have the average function. So if I wanted to calculate the average, so then here you can see I have given an example where I wanted to apply the calculation for the total percentage. So I wanted to calculate the average. So here I will delete this details. Okay, so total percentage average. So in your notes also you can just select this and delete it. And then I wanted to apply the total. So there are set of students and for them there are 5 question papers for which they have answered and the results are out. So now I wanted to see the total sum. So I'll type in sum and select the range. So total is this. Then I wanted to calculate the percentage. So I'll tell equals total divided by. So each subject carries 100 marks. So total 5 subjects are there. So 500 marks. So 82 percentage. And I wanted to calculate the average. So let me say average and select the range. So average 82.4. So how I have calculated average using a function. So if I have to calculate using the mathematical thing, so it is equals 412. That is total divided by number of counts 5. I get the average. So you people can try. I put the formulas here, pasted at bottom. So maximum and minimum I have given. The same way, if I wanted to calculate the average sales, so I have the region, month, so there is sales given. I wanted to check the average sales. So let me give average and select the range. So this is average sales. So try with max, min function. So how to apply the total, how to calculate the percentage, average, and if I wanted to check it on the sales, how to write an average function. Anything you did not understand, please tell. Done, girls?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's go further. So if I wanted to calculate the product, so product is nothing but when I wanted to apply the multiplication. Okay. So let me say I wanted to apply product. So first thing I can apply the normal calculation of multiplication. So let me say quantity into cost. Or I can take the numbers directly. 9 into 25. I get the value, or I can even take the cell address quantity into cost, or I can use the product function. So for multiplication I have the function called product. I'll select quantity, comma, then cost, enter. So these are ways how I can apply with the multiplication. So if I wanted to calculate sum product, so sum product means, so this particular function performs with sum as well as product both together. Okay. So here I have some items, the cost, the quantity. So now usually when I have to calculate both the things, so first thing I will multiply. So quantity into cost I will make, enter. Then I will come here, and this black color cross what you see, this is called as fill handle. Okay. I'll click on this and drag it down. So I get the calculation multiplication value I got. Then I'm going to apply the sum function. So I'm getting the total. Now, so here in order to get this total sales, so I have to perform two different functions individually. But rather I can use the sum product function. So let me say equals sum product. So first array. So let me take the cost. I will take the array, that is the range, comma, second array. So this both the things, it has to be multiplied as well as it has to be done with the total. So the same answer I'm getting it with one single function. So that is sum product. So in the either way, I am paying, I have some employees with me. So number of employees and their salary. I wanted to know per month how much total salary I am paying. Okay. So let me say sum product, select the array. So the number of employees and the salary what I am paying. I'm going to select both the ranges, enter. So I get the total. So like this I can apply with certain calculations. So you can try with this thing. Cycles. So try with these things. Anything you have the doubt, please let me know. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's move further. So then we have count A, count blank. So now count. So here I'm going to apply this on the range of cells over here. Okay, on this I'm going to apply the functions count A, count blank. So count means, so let me say count and select the range. So when I select the range, what Excel will do is in this selected range, how many cell contains the numerical values like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are 10 cells that contains the numerical values. So count is going to tell me how many cells contains the numerical value and will give me the output. Then count A. Count A means, so here Excel is going to count for all the cells that are used, irrespective of error, zero, numbers, anything let it be. So except the blank cells, it is going to tell me all the cells which are used. Okay, so in the exam you might be having a question asking that which is the function which is used to count the cells that contains the alphabetical data. Okay, so then it will be count A. So you can see along with 10 there are two error values, so there are 12 used cells. Okay, count blank. Count blank. In this selected range, Excel is going to tell me how many blank cells are there. So there are 1 and 2 blank cells. So let's have a look at the formula. So you can try with this count function. Any doubts, please ask. Guys, any doubts, please tell. I'll explain it once again. Is it done? Guys, done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next we will do with count if. So count if means, so just now we saw that when I wanted to apply with the count. So here count if means based on certain conditions, I wanted to apply the count if. Okay. So here you can see I have given two examples where I have in one table I have the fruit details and the color details. So in this particular range, I wanted to know how many times red color is appearing. Okay. So then I'll be using this count if function. So let me say equals count if and select the range. And in this, the criteria will be red. Close the parenthesis, enter. So red is appearing 3 times. Now, if I wanted to check how many times green color is appearing. So here I have to come and I have to edit and give it as green. So now if I wanted to check it for yellow, again I have to come, I have to edit the function, remove this green and give yellow. So every time when I have to do this, I have to edit again and again. So now if I did not wanted to edit, rather I'm giving the value in a particular cell. Okay. So here I have given a product detail, quantity and price. So in this I wanted to see how many number of times 5 is getting repeated. So let me say count if, select the range. So now here, rather than mentioning the criteria in the same function, my criteria is in some other cell. So that is in G92. I'm going to select the cell address where I have mentioned the criteria, close the parenthesis, enter. So now you can see 5 is appearing. only once. So now if I change the value in the criteria cell, so 10 is appearing twice. If I tell 9, so 9 is appearing twice, like this. So the same thing if I wanted to apply with any aggregate calculation. So let me say count if, select the range, and now instead of mentioning the criteria here, I'm going to select the cell. So now here I'm telling that in the selected range, check for the values which are greater than or equal to 80. So there are two values which is greater than or equal to 80. Now if I tell any values that is, so any values that is less than 50. So there are five values which are less than 50. So like this, I can use the count if function.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, is it case sensitive?
uh, Case sensitive, let's see whether it is case sensitive or what. So now here let me say count if, select the range. Now rather than in a proper case, let me tell it in small letters. I'm still able to apply with the count. So there is no case sensitive. You can still apply whatever case you wanted, normal case or sorry, proper case or anything.
Thank you, ma'am.
Any doubts or anything, please let me know. I'll explain it once again. Any doubts, girls? Any doubts?
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
in the sum function, you told something about alt, no, ma'am. What was it?
Alt equal is the shortcut key. Alt equal. Alt equal is the shortcut key to apply the sum calculation, sum function. So here, I'll just delete this. And wherever I wanted the output, I'll put my cursor and then press Alt equal. As I press Alt equal, you can see Excel will apply with the sum function along with the selected range. And then as I press enter, I'll get the output. So I used Alt equal.
Okay, ma'am.
So hopefully everybody understood today whatever we have covered. So we had covered with text functions, some of the mathematical and aggregate functions. So any doubts related to this?
All clear, ma'am.
Okay, so try this out. In case any doubts, tomorrow's class you can get it clarified. Okay, thank you, guys. You people can leave.
Thank you, ma'am.